The story I'm going to read you today is called The Last Wolf, and the author is called Minnie Gray. Let's have a look at the blurb on the back to see what it tells us about this story. So it says that one day Little Red set off into the woods to catch a wolf, but the woods aren't all what they seem, and there are even any wolves left. So once again, we've been learning about the Little Red Riding Hood this week, and an alternate version of her story. And here is another alternate version of Little Red Riding Hood. Let's see what happens. The Last Wolf by Minnie Gray. One day, Little Red put on her hunting hat and boots. Can you see it? Flung her pop gun on her back, packed up her lunchbox with some supplies, and said to her mum, "I'm off to catch a wolf." That's all right, thought Red's mum to herself. There hasn't been a wolf around here for at least 100 years. Good luck, Red, she said, and don't be late for tea. Red went a-stalking through the forest. She lurked behind a tree and jumped out on a bin bag. She slithered through the bracken and pounced on a tree stump. Red wandered deeper into the forest. It grew shadowy and she lost her path. There were wooling noises and grabbing twigs at her ankles. Red started to run. She ran and tripped. But what was this? Some sort of door. Can you see it hiding in the tree? She tried the doorknob and knocked and banged, and the door was opened by the last wolf in the land. The last wolf was living in a cosy tree cave, along with the last lynx and the last bear. And there they are, there's the wolf and the lynx and the bear. "You must be a human child," said the last wolf. "I've never seen one up close before. Come in and sit down. You're just in time for some tea." "I didn't know wolves drank tea," said Red. "There may be quite a few things you don't know," said the last wolf. They gave Red a cup of tea and told her about the good old days, when there were endless miles of forest to run through and 1,000 tasty grazing beasts to bite. When the world was awash with flowers and bees and dripping with honey, when you could just lie on a branch and wait for lunch to wander right under your paws. Nowadays, catching a square meal is a difficult business. The pickings are slim and the packaging is hard to get in. They looked longingly at Little Red. "My, what huge hungry eyes you all have," she said. And out of her lunchbox she took a hard-boiled egg, a sausage roll, a chicken sandwich and an apple. "It's not very fast on its feet, this egg," said the wolf as he chased it round the room. "It's quite easy to catch this sausage roll," said the bear. The last lynx chased the chicken sandwich round and round the cave until it was wounded. Red ate the apple and wondered how she could help. "But it had grown late and it was getting dark," said Red, "and I need to go. Mum will be starting to miss me." She thought of the shadowy wild wood that was waiting outside. "I think," said the last wolf, "we'd better walk with you till you find your path." So Little Red and the last wolf and the last bear and the last lynx wound their way back through the last woods that were left. And can you see now there's only a tiny little wood with lots of houses left around it, until they reached the very last tree and saw the lights of Red's home and her mum who was missing her. "Don't forget your lunch," said the last bear. "Goodbye, you wild things," said Red. "I think I know what you need." But they had already gone. After After dinner, Red's mum found a sign on Red's bedroom door. Wanted, more trees please. If you see some, tell Red. Well, we'd better make some, said Red's mum. All you need is a seed, some earth, sun, air, water and, for a really wonderful tree, about 100 years. One day these trees will be amazing. And there, can you see, little Red's planted some new trees, and in the distance, who's watching her? And there she is, sitting up in the trees with her animal friends, and it says, all wild things welcome. That was a lovely story, wasn't it? It had a different twist to it to the usual Little Red Riding Hood story. So remember, this is another alternate version of Little Red Riding Hood, The Last Wolf by Minnie Gray. I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed the story and have some spare time, maybe you would like to write your own version of this story, or why not do an illustration for the story? Don't forget, if you do any extra work at home, you can post it onto Seesaw for us. We're always looking and waiting for new things to come in. Hope you enjoyed it. See you soon. Bye.